Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth. We are looking at a pretty good day, 65 to 70, mix of sun and clouds, might have a spot shower, but overall, pretty good, pretty solid day here today. I wanted to follow up, we were talking about college searching and our first college tour with Leah, in the last break, yesterday we went to Hofstra. I meant to tell you, last week when my parents listened, I think it was the Friday broadcast, when they heard the replay on our website, we were talking about college, and you talked about NYU for a little bit. Yeah. And my mother reminded me she went to NYU for college.
Oh, very nice. I didn't know that.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I lost the text. I would have to go searching for it. I think her mother might have gone to NYU.
Wow. What does your mom study?
Oh, God, I really should know this stuff, right?
You should. You don't know this?
No, I'm pretty sure she was an English major.
Excuse me.
Oh, my God. Was that a sneeze or a cough?
No, little cough.
Oh, okay. I think I'm searching now. See, now I got to search for the text. Let's see. No, she did it on my father's text. Now do I have to go to my father's text?
It's all right. It's okay.
They share phones, it's just...
All right. It's all right.
Yeah. She graduated from NYU. My mother graduated from NYU, and my Aunt Elaine graduated. So yes, her mother, and her aunt all graduated from NYU.
Lovely.
Yeah. But as we get into the college chat, I'm sure there'll be a lot more to discuss as we go. Just starting the process, Cande, here, okay?
Yes. Oh, I'm going to have to strap in, and it's going to be a long mission.
Get ready. It's going to be a year and a half, so maybe longer, yeah.
Be like going to Mars.
Don't leave me on Mars, please.
Oh, boy.
So we'll get to national days here in a second, but one of them is National Beverage Day. And they have a whole thing about cocktails, the biggest cocktail in each state for National Beverage Day. Do you know, in 31 states, the margarita is the top cocktail?
Really?
Yeah. If you had to pour yourself a cocktail, a mixed drink, what are you having?
I am having Grey Goose and club soda.
All right. I don't mind that at all. A little Grey Goose and cranberry is all right by me.
Cranberry juice gives me burning indigestion.
It is good for the UTI.
It is.
You know
it
that.
is, and I've used it in such cases, but I don't drink it on the regular.
All right. Martini in 9 states. Do you like that?
I do love a good martini. I do. I haven't had one in quite some time, but yeah.
And would you believe that in 5 states, the Constantine is the top drink?
What is that?
It's an old drink from the 30s. And by the way, we're going to get to a point when you say the 30s, we mean the 2030s. I mean, that's coming soon.
All right.
It's an old drink from the 30s that's kind of like a gin martini, but with a splash of absinthe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Absinthe had a big comeback recently.
I did see that.
Yes.
The mojito is the top search in 2 states. And the pina colada takes the crown in only one, Hawaii. That is the number one. Oh, and by the way, Nevada is the Bloody Mary for the hungover.
I love a good Bloody Mary.
People.
Oh, I love a good one.
I never got into the Bloody Mary.
I had a restaurant near me where the kids grew up, and they made the most amazing, from like roasted tomatoes, there'd be like a stick with like bacon and pickles and like a whole meal, and it was so good. And I brought people there. I said, "You're gonna try this drink. It's crazy. You're gonna believe it." And we go back after some time, and they took it off the menu.
Oh, I'm so sad for you.
Me too. I had a fit. on the restaurant.
I believe it, too. I do.
Go it. Big mistake. big mistake. That's the best thing you had on this menu. And now you take it off? I'm never coming back here again. That's it. I stormed out of there. People watching me. I lost my mind.
The original Karen. There she is, everybody. Incredible. By the way, you just sparked something in my brain. I have two things to tell you. The first is that, because you're talking about your olden days, I watched the first 2 episodes of the Bon Jovi documentary.
Thank you, honey. Did you see the Fast Lane?
I did. I saw where they played.
Right across the street.
They talked about the Stone Pony and the Fast Lane.
Been there many, many times. I introduced bands there. I was hanging with the bigwigs. Let me tell you, it was a great time in my life. So good. So when you saw that first installment, I was there. Okay?
And I love that. Now, I'm going to say something. I'm only 2 episodes in. I still have a couple to go.
I only watched the first 2 episodes. I, too, have to finish.
All right, but something very specific I want to say. And let me preface this by saying, in the 80s, and for that matter in the 90s, going into the 90s, there was for a period of time no bigger band in the world than Bon Jovi. Okay?
Quite true. Quite true.
Okay.
But I saw him coming up.
All right, but my point here is this. I wore out the cassette for Slippery When Wet.
Their third album.
Right. Every word to every song. They sold almost 14 to 15 million copies of that album. That Bon Jovi, monster. John Bon Jovi, one of the best looking rock stars in the 80s of all time.
You got that right. He's still pretty good looking.
Okay, but here's my but. And that is, I'm watching the first 2 episodes of the documentary, and he looks old, feels old, walks old, sounds old, and again, with all due respect, he is one of the biggest rock stars to walk the planet. Nobody was a bigger fan, okay? Love him. But I'm watching this, and I cringe for him. I'm like, Richie Sambora's not there anymore. I'm like, he's got these fill-in guys, and his voice doesn't sound great. And I'm like, please, John, just hang it up, man, please.
I hear you. And he's like, if I can't do it, 200%, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I think that's probably the best road to go down. He's also done some great things for the planet and the people on it. But here was what I thought of. The Beatles, what you got to say, biggest band maybe in the world ever, right?
Mm-hmm, sure.
They didn't like touring. And they didn't do it for very long. And anyone who got to see them on tour, that's a huge thing. Because they did not do these kind of tours. And they quit touring early on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it didn't slow down their popularity by any stretch of the imagination. So
Right.
It's interesting because Bon Jovi was like, we got to tour, we got to be on the road, on the road, on the road, on the road. Do you really?
No.
Really have to?
No. Living on a Prayer will always be one of the biggest bar songs in the history of the planet.
Yes,
there's no.
Yes.
They do not. It's right up there with Sweet Caroline and Pour Some Sugar on Me and all those things. They do not have to tour as much as he's trying to. So,
Yeah. So I think that's a mistake. Stop doing that.
So I want to tell you about something else. I watched the Pop-Tart movie, Unfrosted.
How was that? I meant to and forgot.
Okay. It is never going to win an Oscar. It's one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. But Cande, the references, the old school references, the tongue-in-cheek nature of the movie. I'm going to say, so I have 2 different things. The first is, it's one of the dumbest films I've ever seen, but you will thoroughly enjoy it. I believe that when you watch it. I loved it. I laughed out loud. I thought it was funny.
You made me watch Rocket Man with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Which was the craziest thing. I still
Yeah.
am wondering about that. And now you're going to send me down this road?
Okay, completely different. Unfrosted, which is Jerry Seinfeld's take on the birth of the Pop-Tart, has a million guest stars, some great actors, some incredible cameos you don't see coming, and it's funny. It's tongue-in-cheek funny. It's not meant to win awards. It's an hour and a half. It's a quick watch. You're just watch it. Just watch it, okay? All right. And you could let me know. I think you'll have the same review. Cande, it's Melanoma Monday. You're supposed to, take care of yourself.
I can't
right?
urge people enough to see their dermatologist once a year. Because
Yes.
it's something that can totally be prevented and cured. Heaven forbid you have something starting. The only way you're going to know is to go, right?
Yeah, that my mother found some stuff that way. Absolutely.
Yeah, me too, and I go every year.
It is us too. It is National Crepe Suzette Day today.
There used to be a crepe Suzette near my college, CW Post,
Yeah.
that they served all different kinds of crepes.
You are
I want
thinking
to say
about.
it was in Manhasset.
Okay, hold on.
25.
The way you talk about a crepe Suzette, it's like you're talking about an ex-boyfriend or something. Look at you.
It was never seen another place like it,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder. It probably isn't still there, but it was something.
All right.
Have savory, sweet, anything like they had
Okay.
it all.
All right.
Sorry, I brought it up.
We're running out of time. It's National Beverage Day. We discussed that already. Other than the alcoholic drinks we discussed, I would say Diet Coke is probably my and iced coffee, of course, my favorite. You, Candy?
Water is at the top of my list.
Okay, that's good too. And it's National Nurses Day. Thank you to all the nurses.
Thank you.
Can I tell you, they have some nursing department at Hofstra, Candy. Oh my God.
Ah, interesting.
Oh my God. They have, and I'm sure a lot of the high-end nursing schools have this. They have a fake, makeshift ER with 12 beds with 12 dummies. And these dummies are not just dummies. They are like interactive dummies. Allegedly, we didn't see it.
You saw the dummies yesterday? Sunday.
Yes.
Yesterday.
We walked into this fake ER. These dummies make noises and bleed, and you can
wow.
do. It's crazy what these dummies
really cool.
do.
Wow.
Yeah, they have some nursing program there for sure. And thank you to all the nurses. Candy, a storm chaser saved a family of 4 live on YouTube last Thursday. A tornado destroyed their house near Abilene, Texas. He yelled for them to jump in his car, also saved their dog. Their son got thrown 25 feet, but they're all okay, and he got them out of there. Is that incredible?
That is incredible. What a story. Wow.
Yeah. A guy in Louisiana, Matt, I can't pronounce his last name, but he got woken up by a fire alarm at his condo. It was a false alarm, but he was up. So he went to go get coffee, was looking disheveled, when he ran into a 9-year-old kid, Kevin Ellis. Well, here's the story with that. Kevin saw him and thought he was homeless because he was wandering around looking disheveled so early in the morning. So he walked up and tried to give Matt $1, which was all the money that this little kid had, right?
I saw this story. Oh.
Matt owns a sporting goods store in Baton Rouge and decided to thank this kid by giving him a 40-second shopping spree, and he grabbed as much as he could in 40 seconds.
Including a beautiful new bike. It was a great
including a bike. The only thing I don't get from this story, why is a 9-year-old up so early running into a man that looks disheveled? Where is this 9-year-old and where are these people? You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can't get.
What a sweet boy, though, really.
Yeah.
He's like, it feels so much better to give than to get. But he was happy to get the bike. Yeah. What a good kid.
All right, time for us to get out of here. Candy, thanks to Ryan and Amanda, our great producers. You have a great rest of your day, please.
You too, my friend. You too. We'll gather back here for Tuesday.
Yes, mix of sun and clouds, 65 to 70, maybe a spot shower. And reminder, all the Cole Swindell details on sale week is this week. It's online on our socials. Dublin Deck debut Hump Day Hoedown premieres this Wednesday, River Avenue in Patchogue. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Candy in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.